Yo, what's happening, boys? Your boy Ladi HD, and welcome to another video. Now, in this video I'm going to be talking about a topic that I have constantly argued with people over, and it's whether or not you should get a gaming laptop or a game PC in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa or anywhere in the world that has inconsistent power supply, because that's one of the major factors to which people have to consider before getting either a gaming laptop or a gaming PC. Now, the obvious answer as to which one should you get between a game laptop and a game PC is a gaming PC. Okay, it's the obvious in terms of you want to play video games, you want to spend a lot of hours. That's what you spend a lot of hours doing on that particular device, is playing video games. Then you should obviously, without a doubt, no second guessing, no second thoughts, get a gaming PC instead of a laptop. Now that we're trying to consider a place with a limited power supply, let's take for example Nigeria, it becomes a bit more tricky to answer that question, because you have to consider the fact that your power supply is not limited. It cuts out every now and then. Some people have 2 hours, some people have as low as 2 hours, I guess, and probably sometimes they don't even get power supply for days, and some are lucky enough to have more than 10, 11 and stuff like that. I personally am lucky enough to get around 15 to 20, but again, it's inconsistent still. But again, this I'm not going to use myself as a case study, because I'm just going to use facts as to explain why I'm giving you guys the advice I'm giving you guys. So if you are a university student studying in Nigeria and living like Nigerian university student accommodation and stuff like that, I would suggest you go for a gaming laptop. All right, I would suggest in those scenarios, in a scenario where like you're not home a lot, like you don't have your own personal space, you don't have your own room to yourself, you don't have, and you have to maybe go to classes a lot. You need to again, that's actually not a good point. It's just a situation where like you live by yourself, then go for you don't live by yourself, go for a gaming laptop. But in a situation where you live by yourself, you live at home, you live with parents, also if you're in boarding school as well, for some reason I don't think Nigerian schools allow laptops anyways, boarding schools like secondary schools, but if they do, if you're in boarding schools as well, get a gaming laptop. But if to everybody else, and I know a majority of Nigerians tend to go for laptops instead of PC, I would advise you get a gaming PC. Now, first thing you want to say is gaming PCs, there's no electricity. I think the obvious solution here, and it's the exact same thing I did, would be to get an inverter. At this point you're probably like, oh laddie, what's inverter? That's expensive, this and that. But you see, it works out and it's better. Let me tell you why. So a good gaming laptop, like some overpowered gaming, like, okay, so now my PC, again, this is before like dollar went crazy. Dollar has been crazy for a while now, but my PC was 650,000 and it's an RTX 20 Super. A lot of you guys know my specs. Maybe I'll put in the description. It's overpowered. It gets me 240 FPS in pretty much all the games in competitive sense. You want to get that in a laptop, you're probably going to pay somewhere around 1.3 to 1.4 million, almost double the price. Now think of this. Look at what I've had to spend on this computer. Okay, so the monitor cost me about 120 pounds, somewhere around 70-80k I think, for 144 hertz monitor. Again, you can go for a 60 hertz monitor, because that's the most obvious, most common one. So it depends on the kind of PC again. So that increased the price to 700-ish, and then I got an inverter for 300k. That made everything about $1 million. It still ends up being cheaper than the laptop that will probably give me the same FPS as this. And again, so they'll have the same specs, not the same FPS, they'll have the same specs as this. The laptop will have a 2080 Super, an i7-9700K. But you see, the thing is about laptops and PCs is that even if they have the same specs, the PC will still outperform the laptop because of heating and cooling issues that arises in the laptops. Like again, I switched from I remember I had the gaming PC, then I switched to a laptop. And even though the laptop had better specs than the PC, I was still getting better frames on the PC I sold. I traded for the laptop, and it just bugged me, because I'm like, wait, I have more RAM. This GPU was the same, was a 1070, but the CPU on the laptop was more powerful than the CPU on the than the CPU on the PC. So I mean, it then started to occur to me that it was just heating issues. I mean, the laptop comes with such a small form factor. There's not a lot of options for cooling. I mean, you can't really get that much. You can't squeeze out all the juice you can get from those cards. And the manufacturers have made sure that they obviously place limits on the processing power that each the cards and the on the CPUs and GPUs to make sure it doesn't overheat and end up spoiling the hardware in the laptop. So you can't get the same power on the same spec kind of PC and laptop. You can't get the same thing. PC will always outperform the laptop. So that's one of the major reasons why I believe you should get a PC over a laptop, because again, trust me, it works out. And again, if you have an inverter, it's an inverter. I mean, I have an inverter, but again, my inverter cost me 300k and it's like lasts for like what, 12 hours. Again, my PC draws a lot of energy, remember that, and it's connected to like what, 4 monitors, and it only works in my room. I said so, it only works in my room, so it's like lights, fan, internet, and 4 monitors and stuff like that. So yeah, for 300k, I think if you put that 300k into a laptop, it does give you what, 6 to 7 hours. And even when there's no electricity, laptop gaming can't even run at full performance because there's no power on it. It's using the battery. On battery power, even with the same specs, you probably drop from 240 fps or 200 fps all the way down to like something like 100 or 60 or something like that, and you probably won't be able to get for more than 4 hours max. But this keeps you going for more than 10 plus hours, charges your phone, loads more benefits come with a gaming PC and a laptop. And again, one excuse that I would like people to debunk and that people use a lot, especially me, one reason why I bought the laptop was there was one of those things where people would be like, oh yeah, having a gaming laptop, I can game wherever, I can carry my laptop wherever. The thing is, yeah, for those of you that currently have a gaming laptop, I would like you to just actually count how many times you've actually gamed anywhere but home. How many times in a year have you actually gamed anywhere but home? Anywhere but home? And then some of you guys are like, oh, I have work, I need a laptop to go to work and stuff like that. Well, I would suggest, so now we've kind of just said everything cost me like $1 million, right, for my setup, my gaming setup, and with the inverter. If you were to get a laptop with the same specs, even though it's not going to give you the same output, it was probably around 1.2, 1.3. You still have about 300k. You can use that to buy yourself a regular laptop you can use for work. So now you've got to, in fact, you've got way more worth for your money. So it's like, again, I know this obviously doesn't 100% check out. I mean, obviously, if we're going to the details, you see that maybe you may have to spend a little bit more on the PC side, but again, it's that little bit more, you get a lot back from it. Okay, so that's just my opinion. Again, you can give your arguments down in the comment section below. I'll try and answer as many of them as possible. But then yeah, I looked into this again. I understand the fact that electricity, but like if you get really good, you can get a really good UPS, or I mean, yeah, UPS. There's some really big ones UPS you can get for like 160k, 180k that can keep your PC going for hours and stuff like that, depending on your situation. I mean, again, no matter how you look, no matter what power supply you get, it still looks like the PC is a better deal. You guys, I forgot to mention, there's so much more topics I didn't cover. I'm just going to rush through them. I'm going to put this in the middle of the video somewhere. So basically, the other things to consider, so I can't believe I missed out on these things. There's the fact that PCs are easy to upgrade over time. You can buy a chassis right now, put a 1070 today, put a 2080 tomorrow, put 3070 the day after. When it comes to laptops, other than the new Asus ROG, I think the most expensive laptop in the world, the Alienware A51G, other than that, and I think very few other computers, laptops allow you to upgrade them, although they are quite as heavy as a PC anyway, because they actually use PC graphics cards. So other than those, it's much easier to upgrade PCs. Nearly impossible on laptops, and I would recommend you do it. So second thing, based on that statement, is the fact that it's easier to repair PCs. If something goes wrong with my PC, I can just look up a video on YouTube, try and fix it, try and do some sort of fix on it. Anything goes wrong with my laptop, you're gonna unscrew a lot of things. It's not that easy to fix. Probably gonna take it to an expert just to be safe. Compared to a PC, it's much easier to fix by yourself. Self-maintenance. What else again? There's so much more. Yeah, Again, all the laptop has this fact that you can carry it around, but again, still, and even the fact that the whole portability thing now, GeForce now is becoming more and more popular, and I'm pretty sure in the next 3 years it'll be something that'll be very mainstream and anyone can just game on the go. Live streaming you can, like the fact that like what they do with consoles, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a feature implementation for PCs where I can play my console in my laptop from home. As long as the console is on and connected to the internet, I can actually connect to my console from anywhere in the world. I've tried this before when I was at a hotel in Manchester, and my lap console was at home. When I was in UK, my console was at home, and I was like literally thousands of miles away, and then I was playing my console. But the internet was really good internet for that. So pretty much cloud gaming is going to solve that issue of portability. So again, laptops are just a terrible options. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that's pretty much all I can say. If there's anything else I remember, I'll make sure I put it in the video before before it ends. All right, compared to a gaming laptop, guys, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Okay, leave your comments or questions in the comment section below, and drop a like in this video if it helped, because again, I know a lot of you guys are thinking of upgrading from your consoles to your PCs and stuff like that, and to your PC. And so I know I want you guys to make the best decision. Okay, if you're going to university in Nigeria, if you're going to be going abroad, because I know some of you guys are planning on going abroad to study, still PC, because again, you're probably going to live in your own accommodation and stuff like that. That's probably you're going to be living in your own accommodation, so it still checks out too. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's going to be much cheaper to just buy the parts and have them deliver and build your own PCs and stuff like that than to buy a gaming laptop that will just need consistent cleaning and won't even get the performance you deserve from this card. I mean, they put it out there with GTX 1070 or GTX 1080, but it's not the same power you're getting from an actual PC's GTX. I mean, look at the cards. I mean, especially, you know, the worst thing, if I didn't even mention this, ultra light gaming laptops are the worst thing you can buy. Okay, unless you're buying the very top. I'm talking about like the cream de la creme. I don't know how to say that shit. Wherever the ones at the top, the ones that like 2.83 M or some stupid figures like that, those are the ones that you can actually enjoy. Still, you're gonna have to spend a lot. What you can get from a PC with that amount, and what you can get for in total, I mean, 240 hertz monitor, you can get so much that you would in a gaming laptop, and much you can get just way much. All you get with the laptop is just that you can carry around. And I promise you're not going to have that many situations where you need to game on the go. You're just not going to have that. All right, so yeah, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more videos. I appreciate you guys so much for the support. And if you're a Fortnite player, use code LAD in the Fortnite shop. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.